Number of viewers for WNBA games that Caitlin Clark is not in is like 3 to 4 million. When she's in the game, when it's her game playing, it's like 17 million.
Yeah. Well, I also look at the attendance in the arena.
Yes.
It's 8 to 10,000 everywhere else. Caitlin Clark, 17, 18.
The WNBA is struggling to keep momentum during the semifinals and finals without Caitlin Clark, and it's clearly showing.
The game speaks for itself, but it's also in the numbers. Just look at the difference in All-Star votes compared to last year. Asia Wilson led with just under 100,000 votes, and this year Caitlin Clark is leading with a little over 700,000. What a difference a year made.
Matchups without Clark are seeing a big drop in viewership, proving just how much of an impact she truly has on the league. The Caitlin Clark effect is real.
So Parcher, do we think that these new WNBA fans are going to stick around for the rest of the playoffs? The Liberty Aces series might be one that draws some numbers. The disparity between 1.8 million and around 400,000 is wild, especially with football season being in full.
If the WNBA had handled things better and ensured fair treatment for Caitlin Clark, they might not be facing this situation. Now, many fans have tuned out, saying the games just don't feel the same without her presence. Check this out. Even off the court, Clark's star power is undeniable. When she showed up at a golf event, crowds still gathered to see her. It's safe to say that if Caitlin were still in the playoffs, the WNBA's popularity would be soaring even higher.
Women that have been calling for the equality, and now that there is the chance for them to start getting paid more because the exposure's up. Because it's her, you have people like, what's her name, Jamelia Hill or what? I can't stand her.
Yeah.
You got these women who are coming on here and they're saying it's because
Caitlin dealt with plenty of challenges this season. Criticism from fans, media, and analysts trying to question her every move. But through it all, she stayed composed, both in press conferences and on the court. Despite the noise, Clark dominated and proved her talent. Many tried to downplay her greatness, but her performance spoke louder than any excuse.
Put Caitlin Clark on the USA team. If we put Caitlin Clark on the roster, we're gonna get tens or even hundreds of millions of fans to watch our game. And we sell out every game, even our exhibition games. Those things just don't matter. Women's basketball has never been about millions of people watching or selling out arenas. Come on now, give me some good reason. Caitlin Clark just scored 30 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists in front of 20,000 people. And in that game, she tied the rookie record with 7 made 3-pointers. I just don't see how those stats are important. I mean, she missed USA tryouts in April. Yeah, that's because she was playing for a college national championship. She couldn't do anything about that. That's not her fault. I'm just saying she could have been at USA tryouts if she actually...
Before Caitlin Clark made her mark in the WNBA, she had already taken the basketball world by storm at the University of Iowa. Her college career was nothing short of legendary, redefining what was possible in women's basketball. With her long-range shooting and clutch playmaking, she consistently delivered moments that left fans and analysts amazed.
Now that Caitlin Clark is out, and again, like I said, she brought a whole new fan base. And I'm not going to say it was one race or another or one type of person. I believe that all different types of people really started embracing Caitlin Clark. Female, male, black, white, young, old. Caitlin Clark is just a superstar. That's what happens when you have a star.
When she entered the WNBA, Clark arrived as a ready-made superstar. Her transition from college to the pros was seamless, and fans who followed her journey weren't disappointed. Each game she played showcased her incredible talent and proved why the hype around her was completely justified.
Most watched team in the league. An average of viewership, 1.1 million viewers each game in the regular season. Other games listed to this paled in comparison, drawing just about 394,000 viewers on average.
But what really makes Caitlin special isn't just her scoring, it's how she lifts her entire team. Her vision, leadership, and confidence on the court made everyone around her better. Even as a rookie, she was the go-to player in high-pressure moments, and she delivered time after time. Her influence extended far beyond the box score, making her one of the most impactful figures in the league. The WNBA quickly realized that Clark wasn't just a star, she was the new face of the game.
Caitlin has joined the WNBA. We've now earned enough money for every single team to fly private. So if we put her on the team, we're going to be able to fly private all the way to Paris and back. We have been fighting for private flights for so many years in women's basketball, but I mean, we can go back to commercial. That's something the league has been asking for so long. And now Caitlin has literally given that to us. Alright, I made my decision. Okay, good, so you're going to put her on the team. The world's going to be so excited. Caitlin Clark has brought us millions of fans, hundreds of millions of dollars, and private flights, but at the end of the day, that's just not...
Throughout the season, the Indiana Fever looked like a team on the rise. fueled by Clark's leadership and growing chemistry with her teammates. Fans rallied behind them, believing this could be the year the Fever made a serious playoff run, and Caitlin was right at the heart of that excitement.
I'd just like to say congratulations to Caitlin Clark, #1 player on the planet right now. Let's go ahead and do this game today. You got your hands full. You're probably nervous because it's senior day. It's the last one here, but this crowd's gonna carry you through. So just keep focused. I know as soon as you drop that first three, it's gonna be all over.
The Fever's playoff dreams came to a quick end, thanks in part to the best-of-3 format in the opening round. They faced a tough Connecticut Sun team loaded with playoff experience. The Fever had the talent to compete, but with such a short series, there was zero margin for error. That format ultimately worked against them, and Caitlin Clark's rookie postseason ended much earlier than fans had hoped.
I said, Darius, let's go back to let's have one game today. And he said, there is no way I'm going to do anything to allow my team to get out of this arena. I said, no, I said, we will have 19,000 people ready for you. He said, I don't want to know that too. But our players deserved a chance.
Not having a home game made things even tougher. The Fever's fan base had been electric all season, packing arenas with nearly 20,000 fans. That kind of energy can completely shift a series, especially for a young team. But without the chance to play in front of their crowd, the Fever fell short, and Caitlin's rookie run came to a disappointing end. For the WNBA, it felt like a missed opportunity. Losing one of its biggest stars so early in the playoffs hurt the league's momentum. Many fans and analysts criticized the short playoff format for that very reason.
2023 season, the WNBA had grown by 40% viewership from 2022 to 2023. But with Caitlin Clark's arrival, it's grown by 400% viewership. What that means is, if the WNBA were to continue to grow at the rate it grew from 22 to 23, it would take until 2028 to be what Caitlin Clark.
In comparison, the NBA uses a best-of-5 setup in the first round, giving teams more time to recover and create drama. The WNBA's best-of-3 series often end before the story even begins, and that's exactly what happened to the Fever. If the series had been longer, they might have been able to fight back, get home court support, and keep the Caitlin Clark show alive. Instead, the series wrapped up too quickly, and along with it, a major part of the WNBA's playoff excitement disappeared.
That this group accomplished that, a lot of people probably didn't think was possible, one, to start the season, and two, after the start we had to the season. So yeah, it'll definitely be probably a little weird for me over the course of the first couple weeks, and then I'm sure I'll get bored and pick up a basketball again. So
once Clark was out, the impact was immediate. Viewership took a big hit. During the regular season, the league saw record-breaking engagement, much of it because of Caitlin. Casual fans who had started watching just for her were suddenly gone. Even with stars like Aya Wilson and Brianna Stewart still playing, the viewership just wasn't the same. Fans wanted to see Caitlin Clark, and when she wasn't there, many simply tuned out.
I don't really listen to, honestly, because I'm in season. I have other things that we need to worry about than what other people have to say. I have a scout, I have 11 other minds on my team in my locker room that we got to make sure that we're on the same mindset. So I really can't give you the best answer on that because I really don't pay any attention.
That drop in numbers sent a clear message. The WNBA had finally found someone who could pull in fans, grow interest, and dominate social media, and suddenly, that spark was gone. Clark had been a game changer, and her absence showed just how much of the league's attention and momentum revolved around her presence.
Hey, I'd just like to say congratulations to Caitlin Clark, #1 player on the planet right now. Let's go ahead and do this game today. You got your hands full. You're probably nervous because it's senior day. It's the last one here, but this crowd's gonna carry you through. So just keep focused. I know as soon as you drop that first three, it's gonna be all over.
This isn't just about losing one player. It's about losing momentum, the energy that had carried the WNBA through one of its most exciting seasons in years. Clark had brought in new fans, new sponsors, and non-stop media coverage. But with her out, the league was reminded of how fragile that growth can be.
Like after the break, I still don't think she's dominating, but she's a different player than she was in the first half.
Throughout the season, Caitlin faced her share of criticism from the media and rival fans. But her exit made everyone realize just how vital she'd become. When she was playing, the league was buzzing. Highlights, debates, interviews, you name it. The moment she was gone, the excitement faded fast.
Clark is box office. She is a star. But you've known they were coming for you when you were waving your hands in your face to mock Caitlin Clark when you were beating her for the national championship. And so you knew they were going to come for you. You had to know.
Media outlets quickly caught on. They started pointing out how much the WNBA depended on Clark to drive engagement. Of course, there were still big stars left, like Aya Wilson, one of the league's all-time greats, but even she couldn't match the same level of public attention Clark had brought. That's not a knock on Wilson, it just shows how uniquely magnetic Caitlin's presence had become.
At that point, some of us felt like maybe she hadn't proved it in the WNBA, but at this point, she certainly...
Wilson's playoff performances were incredible, elite-level basketball from one of the game's best. But despite her excellence, the overall hype just wasn't there anymore. That contrast highlighted something important. While some players dominate the court, others capture the imagination of the entire sports world. Caitlin Clark did both.
Me and you, we were talking about this girl, Caitlin Clark. Oh, let me throw this out. By the way, look at
it. Anybody didn't think she was going to be successful or not play. It was just that we felt the other players in the W deserved shining.
After the Fever's early exit, Caitlin announced she'd be taking a long break from basketball. Over 200 days away from the game. It was a smart move after a demanding rookie season filled with constant pressure and expectations. This time off gives her a chance to rest, reset, and come back stronger. For someone carrying as much spotlight as she has, a mental and physical reset is more than understandable.
I was really consumed my life for a year, so I feel like it'll be good for me to kind of reflect back on everything that's happened. Like, I feel like I didn't even have time to really reflect on my college career because it ended so fast. I feel like taking some time to myself and really enjoying that and reflecting.
But for the WNBA, her absence leaves a huge gap. The league had been riding a wave of momentum thanks to her performances, and now it faces the challenge of keeping fans engaged without its biggest attraction. The playoffs are when leagues thrive on star power, and losing Clark so early means losing a major part of that spark.
Fourth in betting odds of being MVP of the WNBA. These people are so disrespectful and so unknowledgeable and so stupid that it gives women's basketball a big.
Caitlin's early exit revealed something bigger, just how much the WNBA relies on its stars to drive interest. If the league wants to keep growing, it'll need to build excitement around all its players, not just one. Still, there's no denying it, Caitlin Clark will be missed. Fans everywhere are already counting down the days until she's back on the court. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like, subscribe, and check out the next video on your screen.